Hey, welcome to the SoPro Bros Podcast. Super excited that you're here. And this is Matt Hedstrom and my partner, Don Taylor. What's up, Don?
Hey, man. Good to see you finally.
Right. As some of you know, most of you don't, we operate on different parts of the globe. So we are running this business in Kenosha, Wisconsin, but we also have a couple of international projects as well. So I am out here in South Asia right now, and this is where I live, and we work together and still operating as partners and getting it done every day. So today's topic, we are going to bring you the nitty gritty, the details, the inner workings, what happened behind the scenes with this latest flip. We always name our jobs. This has just been labeled the Paris House.
Paris, it's just a small township in southeastern Wisconsin here in Kenosha County. So it's a great community. I've lived there my whole life, so it's an amazing community, I think. But
fun fact, did your mother give birth to you in the house you live in right now?
Not quite. That would have been 45 years ago yesterday. But not. I did come home from the hospital to the same address. So I've had the same address and phone number, for 45 years. But yeah, so the property's been in my family for almost 70 years. And that's the cool thing with Paris Township is it's a legacy community. People don't sell their property and move out. Typically, you kind of just generationally give it to the next group of people coming in, kind of thing. When this particular property was brought to me, it was a no-brainer. I didn't even analyze it. We didn't even go look at it because the price was right and I knew what we could get it to. And actually, the particular investor that we got this from, the wholesaler, he was like, Don, this isn't typical. This isn't something that you would do. What am I missing? I'm like, I'll let you know after we're done. We typically don't ever try to set the market on a flip house. But on this particular one, I knew that we could actually accomplish that. So that was what we set out to do. I think we actually accomplished it.
This is the scary part, but the trust part as well. When Don says, yeah, we'll take it without, we haven't walked it. We didn't see it. When we bought this though, that was a year and a half ago, longest flip to date. I would say best flip to date. We of course did not plan on doing what we did to this house.
I accept that. I received that. No, we did not anticipate that type of budget. Actually, we doubled our budget of what we originally talked about.
Easy.
When we talk to people about flipping and the what to do and what not to do, this is the very house that we tell new people getting in to not do this. And this is the kind of flip that the newbies go ahead and try to do.
And it breaks you. This one will break you. Okay.
Yeah.
I saw before pictures. So you walked this place. Tell me what it looked like before, because this thing is scary. So, but you will see how stunning, you will see what we're capable of. And like Don said, we set the market, but tell me what this house looked like, because it was a scary deal. It would have been a teardown for most, right?
It was a farmer that he bought the property and then he basically just split off a small section of the 80 acres down to a little over two, for this particular house. And he rented it out to some lady and she had an animal rescue. And so she had like nine Rottweilers that all of them couldn't go outside. And some cats and some other animals. I don't even know what, maybe kangaroos. I have no idea. We've seen some interesting houses with animals, but this one was unique and the smell was absolutely terrible. Structurally, it had issues. In the floor joists. I mean, it was an old farmhouse, so we knew what we were getting into, but as we kept digging deeper, it kept getting worse. And we got to the point that we basically had the existing foundation and the exterior studs and roof sheeting. Everything else is literally brand new. Obviously, the finished result was great, but to get to the finish line took a lot longer. Getting subs
a lot
in there.
A lot longer is an understatement, because how many times did you have to hear from me? How many times did you ask for more money? How many times did we have to go through with, you're doing what? I'm sorry.
Well, it did get to the point.
How much did you build on the fly? Let's talk about that.
Absolutely.
What happened to the blueprints?
Once we got to a certain point, I didn't even think about a budget. It was just a matter of what we need to get it done, and we'll just make sure we sell it for the appropriate amount when we're done. after we blew past our first rehab budget, which is almost $300,000, I just stopped keeping track, and I stopped even trying to stay within a budget. At that point, I just took it knowing that we were going to set the market. I just started finishing everything as I could if I was building it for my own personal house. We put everything into this to capture the highest end market that we could. Total top notch on all the finishes, not something that we would typically do on a flip, like I said. So something that I took great pride in, and the end result showed it. Actually, we were thinking this is going to sit on the market for quite some time when you get these higher dollared properties. Yep. And I think we did 2 weeks of showing. Right. Yep. And even at that price range, the amount of showings, I mean, we had 8 in that first week, which is typically not the case with that priced home. We had a couple from California. They told me that they flew in and they had 9 showings scheduled that for that trip. And ours just happened to be the first one that they saw, and they canceled the other 8 showings. They didn't even go look at the houses. She knew when she walked into this was her house. She felt like we built it specifically for her and customized it for her. They had no questions, and we basically got full price offer on it.
And it became a deal where, like you said, we were now moving towards a number that we had to get out of this right. house, which becomes a scary deal, which becomes a lot of the management on my side and with using private money lenders is talking to our lenders throughout this process. This is something that we used private money to close on this quickly, which is what we had to do because there was great interest in it. It took constant communication. We pride ourselves on having never failed in 20 years almost combined with what we've been doing apart and then also together. We have never failed to deliver a product. This was our biggest project. And so communication is absolutely key. I don't ever want a lender calling me and asking me what's going on with the property. I want to always be on the forefront to telling them exactly what's happening. So this was a lot of moves on your part as we had to hustle and figure out what we needed to do to this house. And as you tore open into this old prehistoric farmhouse that all of a sudden we're putting additions on, we're correcting foundation walls, we're chopping down grass that was about 8 feet tall and removing fences that had just been put in. I mean, our lenders were secure in all of this. In the end, it was this was really a combined effort for us to get on board just because we had a significant amount of money put into this property. So this was not typical because I had to bring in really a panel of investors, if we want to call them that, to fund this thing and to keep it going. But in the end, I'll tell you what, you love delivering the product that you have sweat over, bled over, cried over. And I no longer get my hands into that side of it, which is sometimes painful for me. But I'll tell you what, I loved putting these payoff statements together and going to closing and having all of our lenders 100% funded for every dollar of interest, every dollar of principal. They all got fat paydays. You love handing keys over, meeting the people. You're able to do that still and to have that story come back to you. What better way could this end? Do you remember when you told me you were pulling into the driveway there because you saw people there? And, I'm having a panic attack going, bro, this is the rule, man. This is a cardinal sin. You don't go ask how it's going with the house. They usually give you a list of everything that you've done wrong, but you just walked right onto the property and got the best story you could have ever received.
But the best thing, I think, like you talked about with the investors, is everyone got paid and made a great payday. And it's not just our investors, it's our subcontractors, it's our guys. Everybody got paid along the way and everybody won. There was not one loser on this deal. And again, a little longer than what we would have liked, but ultimately
it
worked out
really
great.
A little. Okay.
A little longer.
All right. So let's ask the question. This gets walked into our office, which is what happened. We get a lot of referrals in this business. People know to bring the hard stuff to us because we get it done. Plus, we can take it down fast with cash.
Yep.
So would you do it all over again?
Of course.
You would take this deal down, knowing the heartache and the pain on the end.
There wasn't anything that was so shocking and surprising. There wasn't anything hard to overcome. 20 plus years of doing this, I mean, we've seen pretty much everything that there is to see out there. There wasn't a loser in any capacity, other than maybe the opportunity costs of doing other deals. I printed out here's this year's deals. These are our listings. This was our MLS listing. There's 38 listings, on these 2 pages. I don't see opportunity costs in the way of like we lost out on other deals. We maximized our schedule. We maximized our workload. The houses we brought in, again, some of these we don't do anything to, and others we spend a year on. I would have taken a deal in a heartbeat. I'd take it again. It just, would I do it to the same extent? We could have made it.
No. I know the answer to that because we're doing it on another one right now. So let's not. We won't even talk about that yet. But
that's another episode.
Yes, it's another episode, and
we'll leave that as the dangling carrot. So again, a rural community,
Brighton.
I'll kind of give you a hint. It's on 3.5 acres with a private pond that butts up to a private forest reserve. So great property for the hunters or the nature lovers at the end of a private cul-de-sac road. Like literally,
and it did have a private pool, but we lost.
Yeah, we took that out. But so that is in the works. So we will talk about that coming up soon. So yes, of course, I'm going to take deals like this. I'll take them all day long because everybody wins and everyone gets paid. And that's what it's all about. We get paid, contractors get paid, investors get paid, and everybody is happy. That's what it's about. Everybody wins and we press repeat.
It is a fun business, but it's a risky business. And it's all about that front end. What are you taking this deal down for? What is the price that you're buying this at? We can make things happen a lot differently along the way, very creatively with how we can flip. And we've both been general contractors independently, each for over 25 years. And that is that's a badge we carry into each one of these places. So we have unique skill sets in approaching. Nothing scares us. It excites us actually. So that part is going well for us. But I'll tell you what, buying them on the front end for the right price is what makes makes the magic happen, or it doesn't. That's one of the reasons that the SoPro Bros work so well together, is because we trust each other's strengths. And walking into a house like that after we had already started, and the smell and the, let's just tear all this out, see what it looks like, and then plan from here. I have those momentary periods of, oh goodness, what did we just do? We don't even have a plan right now. We're just checking this out. We've got some beams going in because we've got some floor issues. We're trying to level things up. Gene's complaining about putting jacks in the basement and we're moving things. We don't even know what we're going to do. Where are we going to put the kitchen, the front porch? Wait, we should just redo the porch. No, wait, let's tear it off and put a new one on. No, wait, let's add a garage here. Wait, no, let's tear this garage down and put a new garage on this side. But in the end, it is a gorgeous, perfect testament of what we do, how we do it well, and how we love to work with so many different partners in the community. All right, any last words on our first episode of SoPro Bros?
I'm just excited to talk about this Brighton house. 26 30-yard dumpsters so far.
Is that the final count? That's disgusting.
Well, no, we're still building up one, and we'll have to get another one. So yeah, so it's absolutely insane. And the amount of raccoon crap that was in there that I had guys in the attic shoveling out and removing. Literally,
and that doesn't even include the how many yards are. Wait, don't tell the inspectors. How many yards did we put in the pool that didn't go in dumpsters? We had to fill that sucker. So
we didn't put garbage in there. That got dirt. We got dirt in there. Concrete went in there. That's about the only thing that went in there. So of course, we don't do those things. Yeah.
No. All right. Well, this has been great. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks for tuning into the SoPro Bros.